In this week's episode of the A Life by Design podcast, we will delve into the realms of shadow work and somatic practices, focusing on the profound impact on personal growth and well-being, uncovering our hidden aspects, paving the way for self-discovery and empowerment. In this month's newsletter, I shared 11 ways you can unleash your creativity to the point where you will not be able to stop creating. One of those ways was planting seeds in your subconscious mind to support you in finding solutions to challenges that you would like to overcome. In this episode, I'm going to share with you on some deeper insights into this and practices I shared with our Soaring membership this week to support members in their journey of realizing their goals, working with the phases and stages of the moon cycle. And I hope this will also be of service to you.
Do you desire to live a life that supports you in thriving? A life based on understanding your unique design and engaging more in your passions? I'm Marie-Nicole, and I am devoted to combining beauty, uniqueness, and connection in everyday living experiences. As a creative professional and Dharma coach, I help people connect to the truth of who they are and facilitate them in embodying their uniqueness. I am also a mother of two precious young men, and with children in tow, have established and run unique businesses, embraced opportunities that have contributed to my creative career, while creating magical memories and living my life by design too. It's my hope that this podcast inspires you to live your life on your terms and earn your income through being uniquely you. Whether that's working for yourself or someone else, the key here is living a life in alignment with your unique design. After all, it's our unique thread that we each contribute to the collective tapestry that creates the whole.
We are now in the third quarter of the moon cycle, and we are getting closer to the next new moon cycle. In our personal cycle, for those operating in a female body, this phase is the luteal phase. This is a time that aligns beautifully with engaging in detail-oriented tasks, wrapping up projects, winding things up, so you can ease into that next phase, the new moon phase, the sacred pause. It's also a great time to dive deeper into connecting with yourself, your purpose, and engage in shadow work. So let's address shadow work and look at somatic ways we can work through this, connecting with the messages our bodies are delivering to us. Now, according to Ayurveda, one of the world's oldest health systems and sister science of yoga, which is based on mind-body connection, we have 5 bodies that exist far outside our physical bodies. These are called koshas. Koshas are the different energetic layers we have that are connected to our soul. They are interconnected and share with us valuable information on where we are stuck and how we can move towards more alignment in our soul's purpose. What we are here to do in this lifetime. How we are here to serve the collective with our unique gifts and talents. There is a quote from Gandhi that expresses what these koshas are about beautifully. Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny. Our physical reality manifests as our energetic, mental, intuitive, along with our spiritual realities, and vice versa. If we can picture this in terms of starting from our physical body and moving out from there, with the next layer, which is our energetic body, and then our mental body, and then our intuitive body, and our bliss body. When someone walks into a room behind you, even before you see them, you can sense that they are there. And even before they open their mouth and say anything, you can feel how they are feeling. This is a way of understanding how the layers aid us in communication through our frequency. So keeping that in mind, also consider the difference in the way that you feel when you start working on something that you enjoy compared to something you feel compelled to do and don't really enjoy doing. There are physical indicators your body sends you to let you know if you are operating in alignment with your soul's purpose or if you're operating out of fear, anxiety, not enoughness, doing something because you think you should. Our bodies let us know. there is a misalignment. We feel antsy, we feel resistance, drained, distracted, and yet when we are focusing our energy towards something that aligns with our soul's purpose, we are laser focused and time just seems to vanish. Now that said, when we start doing something that is on our growth edge, we can also feel discomfort, distract ourselves, and avoid proceeding with the task because we fear failing. And it's easier to do what we already know rather than work on something that will elevate us to the next level of our evolution, growth, and expansion. Becoming aware of these differences are important for our personal growth and development. Let me take a moment to share what the Soaring membership is about and how it could be just what you need right now. This is about taking a holistic approach to business and life. For a small monthly fee of $33, you can join alongside others doing business to their own beat, also contributing their unique thread to the collective tapestry. This is a group gathering I facilitate every fortnight, working in a cyclical manner to grow and thrive in business and life, taking inspiration from nature, working with the energy of the moon cycle, which correlates with our personal cycle for those operating in a female human vehicle, taking the opportunity also to connect with other people and receive that ongoing support and encouragement, not feeling alone in our quest. In between gatherings, I also support you through videos and activities that will guide you through considering all aspects of business, not just looking at the dollars, but connecting you back to your bigger picture vision, understanding what truly supports you personally in thriving, and encouraging you to lean into things that you may be resisting to take action on because they are just on the edge of your growth and you feel a little uncomfortable doing them. Having support and encouragement makes such a big difference in actually realizing our dreams rather than feeling like we need to justify why the choices we are making are so important to us. There's no need to justify your why to anyone. In this community, we get it. We are all working on refining our unique offerings to contribute to the collective. It's not frivolous or selfish to harness your uniqueness and contribute from that place rather than try to mold yourself into roles that you just were not designed for. Because you know deep down inside at a soul level that it is the variety of shapes, sizes and colours that completes the puzzle that forms a bigger picture of the collective and that we are not all meant to be the same. So join us on this journey of becoming the outer expression of your inner essence and come and soar alongside of us. You'll find the link to join us in the show notes. Now go back to enjoying today's episode. So what I'm inviting you to do here is to take a moment to consider what you have set an intention to do in the past that you have not fully stepped into realizing, and be honest with yourself about the actions you have taken towards that, reaching that goal connected to that intention. Have you avoided progressing forward out of fear of not doing it as well as you believe it needs to be done? I've had this experience numerous times, so I do understand. This is exactly why I use the phases and stages of the moon cycle to guide me forward, to help me take action towards my growth and expansion, rather than remain stuck and hold myself back from elevating to that next level of my potential. One of the ways I have found helpful in overcoming this is when I am journaling and writing out new ideas that come through, things I could do to elevate me to that next level, and then I notice my thoughts drifting off and starting to think about other things that I could do relating to that. But instead of it being something that I have not done before, my thoughts go towards something that I'm very familiar with, and I start processing the steps towards doing that instead. So when I notice this, I intentionally interrupt my thoughts and physically write down in my journal 2 questions for my subconscious mind to answer. One being, is this idea that came through an egocentric idea, or is it an intuitive one that aligns with my path forward? And 2, is my mind taking me to a place that is familiar and comfortable, focusing on that which I know I can achieve with ease, as I've done it before, avoiding the new idea because it aligns with my growth and expansion. And there's fear of failure associated with that. Then I state that I am just planting the seed, and I invite my subconscious to do two things. One, reveal to me the ways I could potentially bring this idea into reality based on my skills and knowledge, if it is in alignment with my path forward. And two, if my mind drifting is based on fear, then where does that stem from, and what activities can I engage in to overcome my fear of failure in doing something new? And then I leave these seeds to germinate. It usually does not take long for little messages to flow through, and they're usually little whispers. Messages like, start playing your guitar and singing again. Overcome your fear of failing in that area, and then you'll strengthen your expansion muscle. So I then open up space in my schedule to engage in the uncomfortable. Going back to playing my guitar, even though I learned to play guitar 12, 13 years ago, I have not continued this practice, and I have developed a belief that I have an inadequacy in this area, to the point where physically my hands do not even move into the shapes required to create the chords that I know I was able to do previously. So by making space to overcome this belief, I have also opened myself up to reconnecting with this physical action of expanding my physical ability, which also has led me to attempt things relating to my business that I've avoided out of fear of failure. Now, I have done the same with yoga. Even though I have practiced yoga for many, many years, I still fall back into patterns of lack and slip back into my ability and continually go back to foundation practices to restore that ability in my muscles. Each time it takes me less time to elevate my ability back to where it was previously, and even go beyond that. Now, going back to these practices connects me with the physical foundations of what needs to be done, and sometimes that is in terms of my feet, the way that they support the rest of my body, and then working my way up from there, reconditioning my core so that I can expand and grow in my practice from there. Another has been to re-establish the flow of energy in and around my body, doing practices that focus heavily on breath work and holding poses that circulate that energy around my body. So my invitation to you is to take notice of where you are avoiding taking action because of beliefs that lie in the shadows of your awareness, things that you have just accepted as the way things are, but in truth you can always reignite and re-strengthen that ability. Take notice of those messages your bodies are delivering to you, feeding those back to your mind, which are guiding your actions or inaction. When you sense yourself feeling distracted, resisting taking action on a task, tune in to whether or not it is because of a misalignment or if in fact it is something you are avoiding because it's on your growth edge. Once you have recognized this, invite your subconscious to support you in seeing what is possible. What could support you in moving forward, leading you towards the growth and expansion that will elevate you to that next level in your journey? Then take action on engaging in that activity that will help rewire your mind into believing in your ability rather than focusing on your limitations and talking you into staying in that comfort zone, which is keeping you stuck and holding you back from truly stepping into your full potential. Now, our next Soaring membership gathering is Monday the 24th of February, and in that we'll be working with the energy of the new moon, setting a new intention for the cycle ahead. And if you feel called to joining our membership, I look forward to you journeying alongside of us as we all ride those thermal currents that will help elevate us to our next level of expansion.
So thank you for listening all the way to the end of this episode. I hope that it provided you with insights and inspiration that you need right now on your quest of fostering thriving. Please do pass this episode on to someone you think would get value out of it too. And I'd really appreciate if you leave a review for this podcast on Apple or Spotify, or a comment on YouTube. I'd love to hear any insights or inspirations this activated in you, and look forward to drumming, dancing, or soaring alongside of you.